Welcome to our daily Forex market analysis, and this is for trading on September the 16th, 2021. Just a quick disclaimer here before we get started. This is for educational purposes only. Trading is a risky business, so please be careful with your money. As usual, we'll start off by taking a look at our calendar here. So in terms of the news that we saw come out, CPI numbers here above expectations for UK, for Canada as well. Overall, the data was positive. And of course, we saw pound and Canadian dollar go up. Coming up on Thursday here, we have ECB, President Lagarde speaking. So here again, all we're looking for is forward guidance. What are they expecting in terms of the economic recovery? How is Delta variant going to impact economic recovery if they're concerned about it, which means that the monetary policy will stay the way it is longer, or are they thinking of raising rates? And depending on if she talks anything about raising rates or basically cutting back on the asset purchase program, that will be positive for the euro. Or if they say everything will stay the same, then I would not expect a change at this point. And then we do have ADP non-farm payroll numbers for Canada here. But important thing here will be the retail sales numbers here. So retail sales numbers for the month. And if the number is lower than expected, so we're likely to see the US dollar decline. Now, also we saw the stock market rebound, and as a result of stock market rebounding, US dollar dropped. So it was not a good day for the US dollar. So we will keep an eye on the stock market as well. So let's go on to the charts here. All right, so let's start with euro dollar. So euro could not go through the support, and this is where things got stuck. And now we are back into the range once again. So price has been going back and forth between the range between 1.1850 and 1.1800. So couldn't go through the support. Now we are back into the range, so looking for a range-bound move, so neutral bias here. However, if the price were to go through the support, then we will look for a further move to the downside. Right now, though, it looks more range-bound and expecting a sideways move here from euro dollar, so neutral bias here for euro dollar. Pound, we did see that move higher, better inflation numbers than expected. In this case, looking for a move higher. Again, we are back into the range once again. Price did drop, came into the support, and this is where it got stuck again. So looking for a move higher. First target is 1.3860. And above that, we have 1.3900. So bullish bias here for pound dollar. Aussie dollar here, this as well dropped initially, but then we saw a recovery here as the stock market recovered right off of the support level. So we do have a bullish candle close. In this case, again, price is back. And now we're looking for a range-bound move here. So in this case, target is 0.7375. So bullish bias for Aussie dollar as well. And especially Australian dollar and New Zealand dollar are directly tied into the stock market. So when the stock market recovers, Australian dollar and New Zealand dollar go up with the stock market, and they drop with the stock market, as we saw yesterday. In New Zealand dollar as well, we do have a bullish candle close here, bullish pin bar, and now we are back into the range. So looking for a move towards the top of the range, 0.7150, and then it's likely to become range bound again. So neutral bias here, neutral to bullish, I should say, because we're looking for a move towards the top of the range. 0.7160 is the target. Dollar CAD here. This is, again, we are range bound here. Price went into the resistance, couldn't go through. We are back again. So looking for a drop towards 1.2600. And this is, again, bottom of the range. And this is where it could struggle. But should it continue, then we would be looking for the next levels to the downside, 1.2570. So right now, bearish bias towards neutral to bearish bias, looking for move towards the bottom of the range, 1.26, and then 1.2570 all the way into 1.2550. So bearish bias for dollar CAD. All right, let's take a look at commodities here. So we're looking at silver. Silver is struggling. Over the last few days, it has really struggled. So today's candle close is very, very small. It is into resistance at this point. So if we're not able to go through, then we could see a drop here. Basically 23.90 is the level. Right now, I would give it a neutral because it's struggled here. It's struggling to go through the resistance, which means we are looking for a drop, but it is pushing higher. It is making higher lows, which is a bullish signal. So we'll see. Right now, neutral bias. If it goes through 23.90, then we will look for 24.30. But until then, this stays neutral. Gold, quite a reversal in gold here with the stock markets turning around. Gold has also turned around. So we have a bearish candle close. Price is still trading in a range. Now looking for price to go into the bottom of the range here, 1784, and then potentially still stay range bound. So neutral to bearish bias, looking for a drop within the range. So target is 1784. Oil here, quite a jump in oil price, and that has been good for the Canadian dollar as well. With the oil here, looking for a bullish move here all the way into the high. 73.85 is the target. So bullish bias for oil. Copper as well. We saw price come into support and it has turned around back into the range once again. So now we're looking for price to go and test the top of the range into 4.43 or 4.42, and then it could turn neutral here. So neutral to bullish bias for copper. Bitcoin making some gains here. Price went through the resistance as we had discussed, but it is again into resistance, a bit of a resistance here, but looking bullish if it makes through it. Next target here is 50,250. So bullish bias for Bitcoin. All right, stock market here. Stock market has been choppy back and forth here. Now we do have a bullish candle close, but price is into resistance. So watch out. This is where it turned around last time. So it could still do this. Right now, I would say bullish with caution. If it fails to go through 4,500, we are back again. If it goes through 4,500, then we will target 4,550. So right now, bullish bias with caution. NASDAQ here, NASDAQ also looking bullish, but basically we are range bound here over the last few days. It's been choppy back and forth. We do have a solid bullish candle close, but again, it's into resistance. It could turn around. So be cautious of that. But once it goes through 15,500, next target is 15,700, which is the top of the highest high here. Dow Jones, same thing here. We are choppy, trading in a range currently, back and forth here. Last time price had a bullish candle close, it went into the top of the range and then dropped. So watch out for the similar behavior. So in that case, it could still stay range bound. Right now, neutral to bullish bias, 35,000 is the first target. And once it gets through that, then we will look at the higher levels back towards the highs. Right now, though, I'm looking for a range-bound move. So first target is 35,000 for Dow Jones. DAX, this is also stuck in a range. We did see that drop as expected, but then price bounced off of the support. So now looking for a retest of the high or the top of the range, 15,765, and this is where it could go back into the range. So watch out. If it does go through the resistance, then we will aim for the highs here. For now, neutral bias for DAX. FTSE as well. This one dropped initially, and then we saw a turnaround right from the support level here. In this case, again, price is range bound, or it has been range bound over the last few days. We have a bullish pin bar, so looking for the top of the range here, 70.90 here, and this is where we may see a price turnaround. So right now, neutral to bullish bias, looking for a move within the range. The target is 70.90. Nikkei here, Nikkei also turned around, and this is where the whole thing started. So we're looking bullish here. Again, keep in mind, we have resistance sitting not too far. So watch out for the resistance at 30,730. If it fails to go through, then we are back again, and this may become range bound here. Right now, though, it is holding on to the highs, which means it could go higher. And if Nikkei goes higher, the other indices are also likely to go higher. So that is something to keep in mind here. All right, so that's it for today. You guys have a wonderful trading day, and I'll be back again tomorrow. Bye for now.